Thrive grows. Eventually, a lot of things happen, and Joshua Kushner is allegedly worth $5 billion, which I believe technically makes him the highest valuation Kushner, which is, Now, Joey D, if you want to know who else happened to be in Saudi Arabia in October 2017 when Jeffrey Epstein was coordinating with David Stern on that email?
The Kushmeister, who I don't know. Yeah?
Yep.
Well,
in late October 2017, Jared Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law and Middle East advisor, this is during Trump administration 1, dropped into Saudi Arabia for an unannounced visit to the desert retreat of Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, MBS, who was in the process of consolidating his power. The two men talked privately late into the night. That's what you do. You go meet with your favorite world leader. Unannounced, who definitely has never committed a human rights violation in any way, shape, or form, is a benevolent, democratically elected, right?
Yeah.
Did not round up everyone right around the same time period that was related to him and his giant incestuous royal family and put them all into the Ritz-Carlton Hotel in Saudi Arabia as prisoners and torture them and kill some of them.
It's all above board.
Right. It's all above board. He didn't do any of that.
Board. No.
I just want to be clear.
Your Honor, my client is innocent.
He's innocent of all charges. And you know what? As far as I know, Joey D, I was told that because no sanctions happened, he was not responsible for the killing of Jamal Khashoggi. Right?
Checks out.
Yeah.
He's got documentation.
Blink twice if you're a hostage, Joey D. That was a lot of times. That's not. Remember we talked about this. You have to do it. You have to actually count it out so that people get it right.
Let
me run that back. Blink twice if you're a hostage, Joey D. Just saying.
Not bad.
Just saying. So just a day earlier, Henry writes, and this is from the New York Times again. Mr. Kushner's younger brother, Josh, then 32, was also flying out to the kingdom. It was a giant family reunion in the Saudi Arabian fucking palace. Jared came to talk policy, but Josh was there on what, Joey Deef? Biz.
It's always biz.
The founder of an 8-year-old venture capital firm, Josh Kushner, had spent the 3 days before his brother's arrival at an investor conference, which is what VC people do, where Prince Mohammed had promised to spend billions of dollars on a high-tech future for Saudi Arabia. As others sat through speeches in a gilded conference hall, several participants said the younger Mr. Kushner frequently ducked out for more exclusive conversations with Saudi officials. Near the end, the article includes the line, "The Riyadh conference drew Wall Street titans, and some attendees questioned how a relatively small player enjoyed high-level access to Saudi officials." Josh was just 32 at the time. Oh, I don't know. Maybe his fucking brother is a senior Nepo baby, advisor to the sitting president of the United States doing fucking biz off the government books in the Middle East. And so maybe his younger brother can also be Nepo'd right the fuck in. It seems to fucking check out to me.
No, how would that happen?
I mean, that's apparently what happens at these places, Joey Deef. Look at Phoebe Gates.
Hey, individuals, man. He's a good guy. He's a Democrat.
Don't tell me you're going to start defending Phoebe Gates now.
No, Kushmeister, Josh. He's a Dem, dude. Good guy.
Yeah, I know.
He's got a moral compass.
It's the same kind of thing right here. It's all the big club that we're not in and everything.
Biz, man.
So the same things that Epstein's working on with base deals wrapped in a little surveillance, the Kushners happen to be there at the same time making some decisions that later lead to some bigger valuations in their companies. Remember, Jared Kushner later in 2021 got, $2.1 billion from the Saudis?
Not bad.
Because he was out of politics at that point, of course. He said he was never to return. I think Iran has a word to say about that. Neither here nor there. But Joshua Kushner also continued to get investments throughout these years, which Henry breaks down in a lot of detail in the article. So read it there. But different people started to put money into Jared Kushner's fund. What was it called? Thrive? That's
Thrive.
Right. That's right. It was called Thrive. So Thrive grows. Eventually, a lot of things happen, and Joshua Kushner is allegedly worth $5 billion, which I believe technically makes him the highest valuation Kushner, which is, good for him. Guess that's hard to do. But Thrive very quietly very, very quietly, on April 24th, did a little something in Delaware, Joey Deef. You know what they did?
What'd they do? They did a deal?
Let's go. They did a deal. They did a quiet deal.
Quiet deal.
So from Henry's article, Kushner announced Thrive Eternal on April 24th. That's good branding. Thrive Eternal.
A little spinoff.
Yeah, Thrive. That's like a nice name. It makes you think like, things are going to be
Thrive
good. You're going to live
Eternal.
forever. So Kushner announced Thrive Eternal on April 24th, which reportedly will contribute to the Lakers' purchase. Thrive Eternal Feeder LP was formed in Delaware on March 26, 4 weeks prior. A feeder is a vehicle that collects investors and channels them into a master fund. The master fund is not in Delaware. So far, SEC filings contain no mention of Thrive Eternal whatsoever. Henry writes, I searched Edgar by company name, by full text, and by Thrive's address at 295 Lafayette Street. It's very possible that no regulator, not the SEC, not anyone, will ever see a list of who invests with Thrive Eternal. That means we are relying on the NBA to vet this transaction, which could include money below the surface.
They're gonna.
And they're
they're
vet real hard.
Yeah,
They'll
they
vet
are.
real hard. real hard. They're going to bet so fucking hard.
They'd be like, is every dollar there? Yes, it is.
It's there.
All right.
Don't
Good
care
to
where
go.
it came from.
Stamp
Slash, baby.
Stamp it.
Moral of the story, if there's sovereign wealth money filed below and hidden through a bunch of basically it's not, I guess, what it should be called legally, but through lack of a better term, these kind of shellish type companies,
Yeah.
LPs, it's like the follow the money trail gets a little gray to the point that you're like, okay.
And then you're in Abu Dhabi.
And then you're in Abu Dhabi. Big fans of basketball.
That's it, dude.
Huge. I've heard it's a big, big place for basketball. But Jared Kushner, Joshua Kushner also, and Thrive, the Lakers is not just about the Lakers. These investments are not just about just the love of the game and biz. They also do want to get into surveillance, Joey Deef. Henry writes, a report from Stefan Roll at the German Institute for Security and International Affairs says Gulf states have the biggest sovereign wealth funds in the world and use them to gain political influence. Since 2019, Mubadala, remember? Mubadala is the company we talked about way at the beginning here that the Khaldoon guy runs and MBZ is the chairman of.
Yep.
Mubadala has held since 2019 an indirect stake in the Israeli company NSO Group, the developer of the Pegasus spyware. They're all friends. In 2022, the Saudi company for artificial intelligence, another PIF subsidiary, invested more than $200 million, very chump change there, in the Chinese firm SenseTime, which is widely known for its facial recognition and surveillance technologies, which I'm sure they're not going to use for surveillance and power over the average person. Anyway, 2 years later, the PIF subsidiary Alat entered into a partnership with one of the largest manufacturers of surveillance technology in China, Dahua Technology, to produce surveillance hardware in Saudi Arabia. For its part, QIA, which is, I believe, Qatari, acquired a stake in Databricks in 2023, a data processing and artificial intelligence company whose platform can be used for real-time surveillance applications. Josh Kushner and Thrive, Henry writes, led Databricks' most recent $10 billion, there's that number again, in fundraising. Although while Roll discusses real-time surveillance, Kushner assures us that Databricks is driven by, quote, its mission to democratize data and AI. Never underestimate a billionaire's ability to use the word democracy inserted into the middle of any sentence to make it feel like it's for the people when they are fucking you right up the ass next while they do it. My God! These guys have absolutely gone everywhere since Donald Trump took power in, I guess, in January 2017. And he had the hiatus there where they were still, in this case, Jared Moore, I'm referring to, were using that influence directly to get money and investments with all these places that are trampling on any quote-unquote human rights that people who care about democracy would pretend to care about.
Because they don't.
They don't.
Isn't it funny how everyone, it just seems like Israel, Qatar, China, everyone's just kind of like teaming up. And they're like, all right, you guys got facial recognition. We're going to make the AI that does the real-time survey. And they're like, all right, let's meet back.
Bet.
Meet back in a few.
Yeah, it's almost like all the geopolitical conflicts are like a little derived as a stage for us to just
one together.
Right. You know, throw some armies at it. We'll throw a few bodies at it.
Yeah, we'll play out a few
some bombs.
wars.
Yeah,
we're not dying.
Yeah, a little pop control.
Come on.
A little pop control. That's
You ever ran a simulation on like your NCAA football? You're like, let it run for like half the season. We'll come in, finish it up, and
that's right.
You know, continue on.
Just let it simulate away, and make sure some defense companies make a lot of money, and that we're investing in them ahead of time. By the way, you know, we'll throw a few bucks in it too.
And we founded them.
You founded them.
Yeah.
There's no such thing as a national. It's all multinational.
That's it.
That's all it is. But that's
crazy.
Doozy of an article from Henry Abbott. And again, maybe it's nothing. Maybe it's nothing.
That's what I think. It's nothing.
It could be nothing.
Probably nothing.
It's probably not nothing. Do your own research, people. You decide for yourselves. But shout out to the Kushners. They seem to always come up. Thank you guys for watching the episode. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button and smash that like button on the video. They're both a huge, huge help. And if you would like to follow me on Instagram and X, those links are in my description below.